Super, thank you. Welcome back, everybody. This is Robert from Custodian File. It is March 28. There's a lot of videos to show you, a lot going on, a lot of UFO activity in the air. So let's just jump right on in here. Okay, we're looking at an air show in Norway. Why are we looking at that? I did a podcast in Norway the other day, and while I'm talking to them, I go, you know what, just for the fun of it, why don't I type in Norway air show, see if I can find a quick UFO dragon somewhere and give it to the team. A part of the team was a physicist, a university professor, etc. Very qualified researchers. I just say, hey, just go to this IP, look at this timeline. You can see one of these dragons right now. I mean, they were like looking at me like I was a time traveler. It was, so this is just how it works. Next time you're talking to somebody in some city, just type in their city, go air shows, and look for a dragon. You'll blow their mind. Just wanted to throw that out because it was fun. It's fun. Okay, let's go to the next because we've got a lot of dragons videos here, man. They're all over the sky now. Okay. Super. Okay, this is from Chip in Florida. Thank you very much, Chip. You're knocking it out of the park also. So again, a lot of my viewers, they're just sending video in. Again, it's coming in from all over the country. I got a report again, Marina Del Rey. We've gone back to a no-fly zone. Military is being very careful about flying in. But the good news is I'm getting UAP Dragon video from other locations. So I've never been busier. And I've got some really good video coming in from East LA. Going to blow your mind. Dragons behind the airplanes again, in front of helicopters behind airplanes. It's just what you want to see. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, super, from Brown Dwarf, East LA. So he's doing so many videos that I don't have time to edit and show you the clip. So I'm just showing you screenshots. Here's the title timeline. You check it out. If you're new, this is a lot of information, I know, but long story short, there are very small UFOs flying around planet Earth, and they're tagging our aircraft, helicopters, airplanes. Very easy to do. Take your cell phone, record helicopters, airplanes, landscape. Don't zoom in too close. Even though here Brown Dwarf, he zooms in really close. He's really lucky because he's getting 100 jets flying over him every day. So you can kind of do that if you have a lot of airplanes in the sky, but if you don't, just zoom in like 10%. Look for a tiny dot, and those dots are the UFO. I call them dragons because 7 years ago I thought they were dragonflies because they had to be an insect, right? They had to be a bird or insect, but birds are easy to eliminate. So then it had to be an insect, and then you just get better camera equipment, and it's nothing like that. These things trigger the X-band. They make an audio on your tape. You can actually make an audio sound. They're easy to predict. They essentially fly when there are objects in the air. You can record empty sky, but it's a lot easier to wait. Look at this. So this is, again, the Brown Dwarf. He's got airliners over his, he's just standing on the corner here. He's got the police, Apaches. He's got the Army coming by, the Navy. I guess it's ironic, but they kind of left Marina Del Rey and they're flying around his neighborhood now. So it's kind of a comical here. So let me try to show you as much good video as possible because he's just capturing some good stuff here. It's unlimited. These UAPs, you can do this anywhere in the world. If you live next to an airport. Look at this picture here, the slow motion. So these are two Black Hawks. They came to his neighborhood a couple days ago. They got tagged, and then 30 minutes later, they flew over Marina Del Rey, and they got tagged 6 times. So these two Black Hawks provided a lot of new video, a lot of new dragon video. I appreciate that. That's why it's important to record helicopters. You'll get easy dragon video. That's generally how it works out. So let me show you some video stuff here and other good things. Let's go. Super. Okay, Brown Dwarf. Look at this. Look at this. Black Hawks. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. It was in front of the Black Hawk for 2 frames. In front of the Black Hawk. I know there's some, just for the new viewers, you're like, oh no, these got to be bugs. Here's a contrast. Okay, watch the rotor blades. Each rotor blade is a frame. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Now, so I'd settle, of course, for 1 frame when it's behind. But we've got two here now going on. Let's rewatch this here. This is just phenomenal. There's the timeline, there's the IP. Oh, here's an enhance. I did an enhancement, super slow. Look at this. 1, 2. Still missing, still missing. Let's repeat it. 1, 2. There it is. So you tell me, you think that's a bug? If those are bugs, then they need to be in the history books, because I've never seen that before. Fascinating. This is what I'm trying to tell everyone. Just record helicopters, landscape. Don't zoom in too close. This video is enlarged, super slow, but there it is. I mean, it's here's another one. Brown dwarf is right under the runway, the north runway. Well, both runways, east and north. So he's got the best of both worlds, and they're all over. They're all over these aircraft. So check out this one, because he's got another one where it flies behind the wings. But here's the interpolation. Interpolation is just copy and paste each frame, put it together. It's an interpretation of the video. You're looking at where the dragon started, where it ended. It's an interpretation. Whatever these things are, whether they're from another planet or they're from our future, they are reconning, tagging, scouts, probes, whatever terminology you want to go with. They're reconning all our aircraft. And not only aircraft, just anything over 150 feet, birds, kites, parasails, drones, like Earth drones. Fly an Earth drone, you're going to get tagged. It's fun, incredibly predictable. It's all predictable. I've shared this information with a lot of people, intel agencies, Air Force, Discovery Channel. A lot of people have seen this stuff and they're doing it for themselves, and this is whole other level. These small UAPs. It's just logic would dictate. Where do you think in 2,000 years? What kind of drones? We have drones now. What do you think our drones will be like in 2,000 years? You think they'll be bigger or smaller, faster or slower? Simple logic. Better cameras or worse cameras. So that's what 2,000 years looks like. Who's ever doing this, who's ever made these things, they're fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Again, very predictable. Science has to be predictable, repeatable. That's what this is. I'm trying to get these videos out, share them. This is for humanity. It's open source. Let's go to the next. Okay, Brown Dwarf, thank you very much for supplying these videos. And you're doing awesome, awesome work. It really is important. Look at this dragon. He zooms in, and normally, again, I don't zoom in that close because you'll lose the dragon. Look at this. This dragon right there, we got 3 or 4 frames. And let's go back to the wing here where it's slightly behind. Oh, there's part 2. He keeps filming and an orb flies by. Orbs are much slower. Go figure. But look at this thing. This is enhanced. The tip of it is obviously above the wing. What do you think the size of that is here? Look at this. Unbelievable. Now, I said this is 10 inches in flight, but boy, that looks like a lot more than 10 inches. I mean, that engine, I'm sure you can stand in it, right? So let's not really, I mean, we don't know this. Generally, they're 10 inches, but the size is kind of irrelevant. This is Dragon 101. I'm trying to create awareness that there are things in the sky. That's my scope here. That's what the purpose of this channel. But again, look at this thing right up to the engine here, and it's above the wing. So, gee, I mean, actually, that's a good scale. If you could measure that jet in real time, that's very significant. That's very significant. I'd have to walk up to an engine like that and measure it, but it's a very significant size there. All right, let's go to the next. And please, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. I do want to hear from you, or custodian file at Gmail. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, last video of the day, again from the Brown Dwarf here. Just recording airliners. Incredibly repeatable, predictable science. Here you go. Here, this dragon here, I'm not sure. I think it's actually below the plane. It's not above. But nevertheless, it just demonstrates how predictable these things are. I have the same luck on my balcony too, because these airliners, they come in from the north, and actually I get a lot of dragons right over the airspace at Culver City, California. It's always consistent. Culver City, California. I think what that's about, I gave it a lot of thought. When you go straight down, there's a giant power Edison station. It's the largest in Los Angeles. It's basically on the corner of Fairfax and Venice Boulevard. It's huge. It's like a half a mile by a quarter mile. It's a giant. It's supplying power to the whole city. I think these guys are just sitting on the ground recharging, and then when they see airliners, they go vertical. They go vertical and they're tagging our planes. That's one of my best guesses. It's always over Culver City, California. Okay, super. That went by fast. If you like what you see, please remember to like, subscribe, comment. I do want to hear from you, good or bad. Until the next video, stay safe. This is Robert. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.